In this module, we're going to transition into some of the most challenging parts of local SEO, NAP Citations. NAP Citations are like backlinks. They're super hard to build, but super important too. I'm going to show you how to build local citations the right way. You want your NAP data to be 100% consistent everywhere, be it your website, your Google My Business profile, your business directories, or your local listing sites, basically anywhere that mentions your business online. There are millions of NAP citation tools and services out there. No matter what tool or service you use, the most important things you'll need to have before you get started are the current up-to-date NAP for your business and any historic NAP info. That way you can find and update outdated citations. With this information, the tool you'll use will scour the internet for NAPs and you'll get a report, something very similar to this. Now that you have a list of citations, you want to make sure that they're correct and consistent. For older businesses that haven't done an audit before, you can expect a lot of citations that need to be fixed or updated. Once you have a list of NAP citations that need to be updated, the next step is to correct as many as you can. In my experience, incorrect NAPs fall into two different categories. The first is citations that you can change, for example, your NAP on Yelp. Citations that someone else has put in place, for example, a mention on a local resource page. For the first category, updating these one by one is a bit of a pain, which is why services like Yext or Brightlocal exist. For citations that need to be manually changed from someone else, unfortunately, you're going to have to reach out to them with a targeted friendly outreach email. After you've built your citations at Yelp, Foursquare, Angie's List, and all the other usual suspects, well, what do you do next? Well, in my experience, the best citation opportunities come from local sites. Local citations are very relevant citations that can give your map pack rankings a real boost. And because you're reaching out to folks in your local area, your outreach conversion rate is usually going to be insanely high. The question is, how do you find these local citations? Well, one option is to look at the link intersect feature in Ahrefs. As the name suggests, this feature is designed for link building. But as you'll see in a minute, it definitely works for citations too. In fact, you can sometimes double dip and get a link and citation from the same place. With that, here's a step-by-step process. First, take a batch of 2 to 3 competitors and pop them into the tool. You don't always have to use direct competitors here. Any business in your area can work. After all, they're also building citations from local business directories. Then you'll get a report that's very similar to this, which lists all the sites that have linked to your competitors or the businesses that you've listed in the previous step. Then, as a matter of sifting through all the different results in order to find different citation opportunities. For example, you might find that they're a sponsor on a local website. Now, if you happen to be using a tool for NAP audits, then you can actually do the same for your competitors. All you need is some NAP details and you'll get a comprehensive list of all the places that have been mentioned online. And in my experience, this approach worked better than link intersect. With a citation tool, the results don't necessarily have to have a link from your competitor's site to show up. These tools show you straight up NAP listings. In this module, we're going to look at local link building. When it comes to local link building, pretty much every link building strategy that works for non-local business websites will also work for local dentists, pizza shops, massage therapists, locksmiths, etc. Because local business also have a strong tie to a specific city or state, they also have lots of unique backlink opportunities that non-local websites can't tap into. And in this module, we're going to cover this along with a handful of powerful local link building strategies. Most local businesses have a relationship with other businesses in their local area. Even though you'll probably need to tap into cold email outreach at some point, I do recommend that you start off by building backlinks from people that you already know. So this might be distributors, suppliers, wholesalers, contractors, neighbouring businesses, etc. Just make sure that you're getting your link as well as your NAP citation. Ideally, you want to be looking for a specific page on the website where a link to you would make sense. You can also look at your local Chamber of Commerce, which quite often can be a very easy link for you to get. Unfortunately, this sort of link, as well as many others, might actually involve an annual fee or a one-off one-off fee. Either way, because these links are very relevant, they're usually worth whatever hoops you have to jump through. Plus, you almost always get an NAP citation with your link. If you want to get links similar to this that are actually contextual, consider giving a talk. It could be anything about your business or your industry that other people would be interested to learn about. Another option is to sponsor local events. Most local events need sponsors, and if you can sponsor a local event, you usually find yourself with a nice link on an event's website. But you can also get a NAP citation as well. And remember, it doesn't necessarily have to be money that you have to pay in order to be a sponsor. If you're a massage therapist, then you might give away free sessions. Another pro tip is to look at local PR. Local newspapers and local news websites are starving for stories.
Another excellent source of citations, as well as finding local backlinks, is to go into a tool very similar to SEMRush or SEMRush itself. And if you go over to Backlink Analytics, you can place the URL of your competitor in, and you can analyze it. And you get information just like this. So you can get the number of referring domains, how many backlinks they've got, how many they've gained over the past year, as well as how many they've lost, what the categories of the referring domains fall under. And then this is critical here, the referring domains by authority score. Essentially, authority is based on how many backlinks you get to your website, as well as the number of pages that your website has that also has backlinks. Now, the more backlinks you have isn't necessarily the most important metric. The most important metric is actually what the authority score is of the actual domain that's linking to you. The more high authority domains that you have linking to your website, the higher your rankings are going to be on organic search. However, when it comes to Google local SEO, it's about, well, what's the authority of the local based domains that are linking to you? So if you're based in London, then it might be the London Telegraph is going to have a very high authority score. And if you get a backlink from them, then it's going to be perhaps the equivalent of 1,000 low quality links. So it's about quality over quantity. So when you're doing a backlink analysis just like this, you're probably wanting to ignore, for example, we can see here that there's 122 domains that have virtually no authority whatsoever. So you can actually discount them, which will save you a lot of time and a lot of effort. But what I'm intrigued by is the very high authority domains. We'll have a look at that in a moment. We've also got the distribution by countries. Now, this company in particular is doing very well within Glasgow, and we can see actually that there's 70 domains that are based in the United Kingdom that are linking towards them. Well, there's only 37 based in the US in the top pages where they've got the majority of links. And as I covered before, a lot of the pages that you tend to see on local business websites, the majority of the links tend to be pointing towards the homepage. And this seems to be the case for the top ranking web design company in Glasgow. So I'm just going to have a very quick look at the domains. Here we can see the top websites that are pointing towards this one. I'm just going to go over here and click on authority score, which is going to filter it. Now, as you're scrolling through this list of domains, you'll see here there's a little arrow and there's a number next to it. And that just indicates that it's actually the number of links. And when you click on it, it'll pop up with the list of links that they have. So one that jumped out at me was Compass, which is a relatively well-known directory. And I wasn't entirely sure if I was actually listed there. So I went and clicked on it. I searched for my business. I appear to have a do follow link, just like they do. And appear to have a telephone number. So let's see if it's the right one. No, it's not. It's the wrong telephone number. So while we do have the same backlink, the telephone number is incorrect, which means that this citation is going to be hurting my rankings. So I'll manually fix this later on. But this serves as really just a very simple example of the exact same thing that you can do. Again, it says SEMRush. You'll get a 7-day free trial. Sign up and you'll be able to do backlink research. As well as you can actually focus and help your organic rankings as well, which, as we noted earlier, is also going to influence your Google local rankings in that 3-pack.